The IRS e-file program is just electronic transmission of tax returns. It's faster, and the IRS says it's more accurate than paper processing. But here's the exam trap. E-file doesn't shift responsibility. Even when you transmit electronically, the taxpayer is still on the hook for an accurate return and timely filing, same as paper. Now the mandate. If you're a paid preparer and you prepare more than 10 covered returns in a calendar year, you're required to e-file. Think of it as 11 or more triggers the mandate. On the EA exam, they'll test what's covered: individual income tax returns and also returns for trusts and estates. So forms like 1040 and 1041 are in the conversation. The biggest gotcha is the firm aggregation rule. The IRS doesn't let a firm split work to dodge e-file. Members of a firm count covered returns in aggregate. If the firm total is 11 or more, then generally every preparer in that firm must e-file the returns they prepare and file, even a preparer who personally only does, say, 5 returns. Next, know the common exemptions. Foreign preparers without Social Security numbers can't get into the IRS e-file system, so they're exempt. Fiduciaries filing in a fiduciary capacity, like an executor or trustee signing as the fiduciary, are not treated as paid preparers for this rule. And there's a religious exemption for preparers in recognized groups conscientiously opposed to e-filing. For the religious exemption, the form detail is testable. They don't request a waiver using Form 8944. Instead, when they paper file a client return, they attach Form 8948, preparer explanation for not filing electronically, and check the religious exemption box. On the exam, if you see religious objection, your brain should jump to Form 8948 attached to the paper return. 2 quick reality checks. 1. Some returns simply can't be e-filed, like the estate tax return, Form 706, so paper is required. 2. Even when a taxpayer tries to e-file, the IRS can reject it, like when a dependent SSN was already used. In that case, the taxpayer may have to paper file and include extra documentation, but the key idea remains: timely filing is still the taxpayer's responsibility. Safeguarding of IRS e-file from fraud and abuse is the responsibility of who? Is it just the IRS? Just the authorized e-file providers? A shared responsibility between the IRS and authorized providers? Or the IRS and the police? Think about who actually controls the system versus who touches taxpayer data day to day. The correct answer is the IRS and authorized IRS e-file providers. It's shared. The IRS sets the rules and runs the program, but providers have major security duties because they handle the returns, the data, and the transmission process. A tempting wrong answer is the IRS only, but the IRS explicitly puts security responsibilities on authorized providers too. Are financial institutions or other fiduciaries that file Forms 1041 as a trustee required to e-file Form 1041? Consider the choices. No, because fiduciaries aren't treated as preparers here. Yes, they must. Yes, only if they're paid, or yes, only if they file 11 or more. Think about the role they're signing in. The correct answer is no. Fiduciaries filing in their fiduciary capacity are not considered tax return preparers for the e-file mandate, so they're not covered by the requirement. The tempting wrong answer is yes if they're paid, but getting a fee as a trustee or executor doesn't turn that fiduciary signature into a paid preparer signature.